I'm going to get back to that story, Sonny. Just, just you listen to Boomer Great One. He's going to tell you about how it was back in the olden days, back before fire, back when we walked uphill for everything. In fact, we didn't even have a concept of downhill because there was no downhill. Everything was uphill. We thought that was normal. We didn't even have a word for it because there was no alternative. It was uphill all the time. You just need to reach down and grab yourselves by your bootstraps and pull yourselves up, Sonny. Because when I was your age, I bought a house for $25,000. And I made that money on my paper route and bussing tables at the local cafe. And if I could do it, you can do it too. You just need to reach down and pull yourself up and just buckle up there, buckaroo. God, I hate boomers.
I was listening, I believe it's Replicant Fish, and he quoted a survey where he said 70% of women 40 plus felt invisible. And I'm like, yeah, okay. I went back, I bit, and I found it. And I thought, as I'm almost 50, we're just going to call it 50. Look at that. I'm 50 years old, right? I'm in the same boat, ladies. I figure this would be worth me combing my hair and putting on my fancy red Magnum PI Hawaiian shirt because I'm 50, right? I'm in the same boat that you girls are. I'm totally invisible. And check this out. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but the when I bought this, it was about 2 years ago. Look at that little Cappy, got little muscles. This don't fit. It's tight now. This is what happens when you go to the gym. Yeah, I feel invisible too. I'm with you, sisters, because we're of our generation now, right? Women 40 plus. I'm in with you ladies, right? Well, I wanted solidarity to read this article here, but first we need the appropriate music. Let me find it. Invisibility and later patronized as they get older. 7 out of 10 believe women become invisible. The survey highlighted the discrepancies between how men and women are treated as they age. 7 out of 10, 70% believe that women become invisible as they get older, but only a third, 32%, think the same applies to men. Women start to become invisible at the age of 52, while men avoid this fate for more than a decade longer. The average age highlighted for men was 64. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if RFK, if that affects him. Or Des McGon. Nearly 2/3, 64%, believe that older women tend to become more invisible than men of the same age, putting the phenomenon down to society being obsessed with youth, 62%, ageist, 54%, and sexist, 30%. You're just old and no one wants to fuck you anymore. Nearly 2/5, 37%, said younger people have patronized them as they have gotten older, and a quarter, 23%, said if they're out with a younger person, people tend to the younger person rather than them. Because they don't want to fuck you anymore. Respondents also identified day-to-day scenarios that contributed to their sense of being overlooked, which included being passed over when waiting to be served at a bar or a pub, 43%. Hang on, let me pause that. All right. Being passed over for when wanting to be served at a bar or a pub, 43%. Being barged past in queues or crowded spaces, 34%. Being ignored in shop, 31%. Being ignored when entering a restaurant, garage, or other services, 25%. Being passed over by staff when in a queue in a shop or service business, 24%. Oh, so you mean people are treating you like you treated everyone else when you were younger? Oh, being ignored. More than half, 54%, say they receive less random attention from the opposite sex. Do I gotta keep saying this? Because nobody wants to fuck you anymore. Maybe instead of you young boys, you guys are getting more smart and street smart. You need the old Capmeister a little bit less and less. You're not, young and naive and dumb anymore. You are. You're more educated. Maybe I got to go and become a consultant for old ladies. It's called my new book called Nobody Wants to Fuck You Anymore. Totally not a bestseller. What would Oprah like? Wait, ladies, go talk to your Oracle Oprah. She will tell you what's going on. I love how it's where is it? 60 being obsessed with youth. That's not being obsessed. That's just the normal male sex drive. People want to procreate. Ageist. I guess in a literal sense, yes. And sexist, 35%. You don't want to fuck grandma. What's wrong with you? Don't you like pruny boobs? Why do you hate women? Hey, ladies, since you all just bow down and worship at the Democrat altar of making everything equal, why don't you vote? This totally wouldn't be fascist. Why don't you vote to have the U.S. military go in and capture young, hot studs to have sex with your pruny asses over at the nursing homes, right? Because they're being ists and phobes. Oh, more than half, 54%, say they receive less random attention from the opposite sex, and nearly a fifth, 18%, said that people had let doors slam in their faces. Oh, no. Maybe that's because you boomers just stop in the middle of the aisles. I mean, keep in mind, when we say middle age and up, we're going up to like death, It's like 40 plus. And I know I'm in the age where I'm on the lower end of that age category. And we know not to stop in the middle of the aisles. I hope I never do that to you young kids. Like I walk out of Walmart, like, fuck it. I'm out of Walmart, standing right in the middle of the main entrance. Just gonna do just gonna, no reason. Just felt like stopping. Piss off all the young, parents got to get diapers and get back to their family. And I like it here. Right in the front of the Lowe's main entrance. I'm going to stop here and clog everybody else behind me. Maybe that's why they're letting doors slam in your faces. Yet an upbeat 1 in 6, 17% said that they enjoy being invisible. Okay, cope some more. Okay, all right. There's your boomer feminists. 2/3, 65% said they feel more confident as they get older. But then there was, wait a minute. According to the poll that I heard, it was something like a majority of them felt less secure or confident. Like I got different statistics. Now, of course, this poll, how much veracity you want to throw into this poll is I understand. 2/3, you're more confident. Okay, I know what you're confident about. What, financially? I hope your finances are good. But if you're half a century old, I hope your finances are stable enough. You feel a little bit confident from 50. Your 50 should be the most stable financial decade, right? That's your highest income earning decade. Because then 65, in theory, you retire. 8 out of 10, 79% said they care less about what people think about them as they have aged. I'm going to go with that, but then why y'all sour grapes with the, it's ageism, it's sexism. 65% believe that style and confidence have more to do with how people are treated than age. Although only 6% said they got more attention now than they did when they were younger. Yeah, you were the ones who lost the weight. Look, what? Christine Brinkley. Oh, Selma Hayek. Woo! How old is Selma Hayek? Let's go. I bet you she still gets attention. Let me take a look at Selma Hayek. Age. God bless her. Selma Hayek is 58 years old. God bless her. Christine Brinkley, she's in her mid 60s. 70. Oh my God, she's 71. And I'm not, yeah, she's older, but look at her for 71. You go, girl. Christine Brinkley. Oh yeah, my Jennifer Aniston. 56. I know these are women who are exceptionally attractive, but I bet you they don't have these problems. They also put the work into it. You girls can be attractive past 40. You can. It is a choice, and your competition ain't that hard. But if you're sick and tired of being invisible, have you thought about dressing like women for a change? Oh, Grand Set editor Lara Crisp said no one likes to feel invisible or be ignored. Well, then maybe you should. Maybe you should accept reality. maybe you should accept that men are attracted to the female form, and maybe even in older age, you should deliver that. But if you're too tired or too lazy to put in the effort to get male attraction, or you've gone on the platform of, I don't like men attention and it's sexist and we're going to arrest you all and we're going to make wolf whistling a crime. I think I was listening to it, like one gal's like, yeah, I don't get wolf whistled at the construction site anymore. And it's like, there's literally a law passed in France that you cannot wolf whistle. It's an arrestable offense. You had it all. You had it all. And now where'd it go? Eh, I still have a hard time believing you're all so dense, you can't figure that out. Like, you really didn't know that after, about 35, things start to go downhill. Men like younger women, what men are. Did you really believe it was? Did you believe the Democrats and the left that everything is a social construct and you could just brainwash us boys into wanting to fuck Lizzo? Was that did you think all the you just like her because she's hot? You're shallow. Did you think all that shallow talk in the 70s, 80s, and 90s was going to undo all years of human evolution, including the 4 billion before, where we evolved from microcobia, little single cell things? Or at least let's just say the 200,000 years that the humans in their current form have been. You think you're going to undo 200,000 years of all of human evolution and genetics because it was a social? Did you actually believe it? Did you actually believe that we were just choosing to be attracted to attractive women? And at any point in time, we could just throw this switch and say, oh, yeah, a fat, unfuckable Walmart pig. Let me get down with that. No one likes to feel invisible. Well, what are you going to do about it? Bitch about it? Like, come on, man. Come on. Your prime days are over. You're an athlete who's like 45. You could still, like Nolan Ryan, you could still do it, but you got to work at it. Are you guys going to work at it? Are we just going to like, it's not fair? No one likes to feel invisible or be ignored. While I bet you Sophia Loren has people opening the doors for her even to this day. And maybe she's very old, but you know what? I bet you she doesn't come out there with, what is it? Not bunny. What does it say? What's the print off? Like, they're wearing their pajama bottoms and they got their fluffy slippers on, and it's like Babe, or what is the? It's big, like sport print. Sass. It's some. I bet you Sophia Loren doesn't wear that. I bet you she still wears a dress. It probably puts on heels. And there are gentlemen who probably still remember those days who would gladly open the door for her. It's just me. Just me. For those of you my age and boomer, when whoever they surveyed, do you think that whole divorce and we don't need no one snap and talk to the hand and generally standing men up and kind of treating men like crap? Do you think maybe that might have informed people's decisions and the amount of attention they're paying to you today? Like, I, yeah, I guess what I'm trying to figure out, is there any human ability to learn, or are you all just a bunch of brain stems and plants? You can't connect the two? You can't. Why am I lonely? Why am I invisible? Well, really, you don't understand biology or genetics, and generally how your group of people treated society back when you were young and in your prime. You think whatever this would be, Gen X, baby boomer women are lonely. Can you imagine when they do this polling with millennial and Zoomer gals when they're the same age? Like right now, guys ain't even asking you out. I can't imagine how lonely it's going to be when your young Zoomer gal turns out to be a 60-year-old or even a 50-year-old. Holy. I mean, maybe you get some smoke signals 700 miles away. Maybe not 700. You could probably see those about 50 miles out. That might be the only communication you get. I don't know why people are ignoring you. What's really sad, and I've said it before, the foundation to every loving romantic relationship is sexual attraction. And men do keep you girls in the dark. Like, you girls like, you men are disgusting. You only want one thing. You're all shallow. It's like, yeah, I've never lied about that. I'm like, yeah, that's the number one thing. And men want it so bad, they'll indulge you in whatever self-indulgent psychosis or mental philosophy you have at them. I'm brave and amazing. I majored in the journalisms. I majored in the liberal arts. Everyone says I'm amazing, and you don't. I mean, it's Bill Burr. Nobody corrects him because they want to fuck him. And then you're maybe you are inculcated in such an environment, such an echo chamber, because all these guys want to have sex with you. You actually believe your own horse shit. And then when all of a sudden you're no longer physically attractive, you're shocked because no one's paying attention to you anymore. I guess a lot of that probably is because guys lied to you the entire time because they wanted to get laid. The irony is they're saying, yeah, oh, you're brave, amazing, and intelligent. I really like the fact you're just like every other girl. Oh, wow, a master's degree in political philosophy. You're amazing. That's great. Touch pain now. Oh, let me buy you this. Oh, yeah. Tell me more about your master's in education. Oh, is that you vote Democrat too? Oh, I'm totally down with Hillary Clinton. Touch peen now? And then you lose your look at where everyone's going. Why aren't guys talking? They just can't handle me. They're sexist today. No, it's always been about your physical attraction. It's always been about men wanting to have sex with you. That's the main thing. I'm sorry, men lied to you this entire time. I'm sorry the feminists lied to you. I'm sorry the Democrats lied to you. I'm sorry the Republicans never had the balls to say, we're sick of your leftist feminist shit, and we're sick and tired of you being fat. Yeah, you're damn right. We want you to look like June Cleaver. We want the pearl necklace, the fucking pink dress. We want the stockings underneath. We want no panties. So when the boys go and play, we just lift that up and start getting to it in the kitchen. So that's what they should have said, but they didn't. In the entire life now, you ain't got no two distinct philosophies. Your gunpowder, you ran out. You ran out. You didn't keep. You kept your powder dry. It's gone. Your gunpowder is gone. Either it's got wet or it's gone, right? Because youth is gone. That was the one thing to get the guys back in the day at your peak. All right. That doesn't mean you can't turn around, which I imagine the 6% did. We're like, I get more attention. Well, you probably became physically attracted because men don't die. I mean, the testosterone goes down, but it doesn't mean that like their sex drive goes away completely. Yeah, if you're a 45-year-old woman, there's a 60-year-old man who find you attractive. Hell, if you pull it off, dude, every single one of you would bang Selma Hayek right now, even though she's 58. You damn well know you would. Which is exceptional. Well, I admit the woman has exceptional genetics. I wonder what's Ava Mendez's age? Hang on, I'll get back to my thought. Mendez age. How old is she? 50 years old. Look at that gal. Good Lord. She's my age. She's a year older than me. Yeah, she's about to turn 51. Okay, yeah, you're not all going to look like Ava Mendez or someone. I get it, but you can pull it off. You could be a real good in shape 45-year-old gal. And your competition is so low. Look, at that age, 75% of y'all fat and overweight. If you just get in shape, you're in the top 25%. You put on a fucking dress, maybe do your hair, long hair, for all you old ladies, this is my generation, and a little bit older, stop dyeing your fucking hair. You're not an idiotic 23-year-old adult child. You could get attention. You just don't want to work at it, and you're appalled and insulted no matter how hardwired and natural it is. You're pissed off. Men just want to have sex with you. They would like more and marriage and kindness and all that's more of a long-term relate. But initially, right off the bat, the foundational negotiations, men want to have sex with attractive women. I know that pisses you off. I know you think men should just keep paying you. It's over. It's like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Don't you get it? It's over. It is over. Now, it's not totally over. You could go play in the minor leagues. You could become feminine and attract the masculine. But you're going to sit here, it's sexist. It's ageism. Okay. We're not the ones banging our head against the wall. We're not the ones who feel invisible. People of any age should be able to go about their daily lives without being discriminated against, and the results of this survey are further evidence that everyday ageism exists. It's not ageism. It isn't. That's how normal people are treated. Older women welcome how everybody else is treated in the world. That's normal. That's baseline. You were only treated kindly because guys wanted to fuck you when you were younger and hot. That's elevated. That's artificial. It's unsupportable. Right? All that you are you really that? Hang on. Laura Crisp. Let me look her up. Laura Crisp. I don't know if she's got a background in, well, there's a lot of Laura Crisps. Boy, I don't know if we're gonna get a lot. Laura Gransnet. Okay, Laura Crisp Gransnet. Lady, do you actually think that people are treated more women are treated more poorly as they get older because of ageism, or that they were treated exceptionally well when they were younger because guys wanted to fuck them? I mean, that's a simple. I know it's a blunt, crass question, but it's an honest question. Laura Crisp Gransnet. Laura Crisp Gransnet. I think this is the one. I don't know if this is the one. See, I don't want to say, here's the gal, and it ain't her. Word current mic still. I don't know if this is the one. I hate to mention it. Again, I don't want to identify the wrong person. In the unlikely event she finds me. But a good question, all of you middle-aged, late, my age, right? Did I show you my shirt that barely fits anymore? All you gals my age and older, do you really think it's ageism? Really? You think it's just or sexism or whatever other kind of ism? Or is it just like half the population no longer finds you physically attractive? Which is it? This is like the trust fund kid getting all the money, right? And then he splurges it and spends it all, and there ain't no more money. And then he just can't understand how to live after the money's gone. Like, oh my God, the world's so unfair. It's like, no, you just had life on easy mode the entire time. This is what us normies do every fucking day. Here's what's worse. I'll no one gives a fuck anymore. It's sad but true, and you can see it in movies and television before it went woke. Although that's weird. They don't show old people, and you'd think part of that DEI would be old people too. It looks like they just went race, gender, and women. I think that's all they did. They didn't do older people. That's very interesting. That's even worse for you guys because you don't even have the pity of the left placating and pandering to you. Oh, that does have to seem like you've just been tormented and lonely this entire time. But the sad news is no one cares what you want anymore. I mean, you should be served correctly. As an entrepreneur or a businessman, you're like, yeah, I want to make sure you get a good car, or you get a good food, or whatever. Good customer service, regardless of who the person is. But do you think people care about 50-year-old women anymore? Socially speaking, like generationally speaking, it's over. This would be the time you went and became grandmothers and kind of took care of your grandkids. So maybe your children could kind of work an extra shift or work on the house, right? This is what we called community, but you're all girl boss and becoming the next Murphy Brown. What did you think was going to happen when you turned 50 years old? What happens to a flower during fall or after spring, or when you pick it and you put it? What happens? The bloom falls, the petals fall. It's nature. Bees don't want to do the pollen thing. And guys don't want to fuck you anymore. Sorry. And the fact we can't have these basic conversations. I mean, maybe we can. I'm starting to see like social media loosen up a little bit. Not to mention, they're all on antidepressants and everyone's failing and miserable and finances are crap and everyone's on antidepressant. No, especially middle-aged, older white women are the most antidepressant use, whatever. But older women in general use more antidepressants, way more than men. I don't know. Do you like being miserable? I'd be pretty miserable too if I was trying to violate the laws of nature. You really think you could go faster than the speed of light, huh? You really think, I don't know, I'm trying to think. You really think that mass and energy do not have to balance in chemical equations? You really think 1 + 1 = 3? I'm just surprised. Really, is this shocking to anyone? That's why if this is shocking to you, please write a comment down below. I would love to see why you're shocked. Maybe the world through the internet is starting to get a little bit more street and smart about the lost knowledge we had about men and women. And yeah, Grands and that, I'm sure this is not exactly an unbiased, hang on. Are you still telling grandma ladies that they're hot? Are you still selling them like Cosmo and Vogue shit and the hottest fashions for 65 plus? Is 38 the new 65? We still doing that? My God. People aren't paying attention to older women as they get older. Sexism to blame. Okay, keep misdiagnosing. I don't care. I learned long ago, all you have ego and pride in your way, and it won't ever let you get to diagnosing the real problem, saying, yeah, you done fucked up, or there's something wrong about it, or it's just nature, right? I don't care if you misdiagnose your problems. You know why? Because that means you'll never solve them. You'll try, man, I have seen people try to solve problems that is self-inflicted or inherent upon them, right? And they'll do anything and everything. They'll do the Ozempic. They'll do the candles. They'll do the chakra crystals. They'll do whatever horseshit it is. You won't do the hard work that's required to solve your problem. You won't take your pride, take your ego, set aside, say, what did I do? What happened? What was it in my power that I got? Because that way, if I know what I did wrong, I can undo it. It's within my power to get out of here or to ameliorate the problem as much as possible. What I love the most about this is these were the adults, like my generation's the adults. And we go baby boomers, they were my adults. And they fucking thought they knew everything. They like, because I'm your parent and we know better. You guys don't know shit. And you're acting like petulant little children now. That's why the country has gone to shit, because we have baby boomer leaders and now you got Gen X leaders. Remember Gen X it was so cool to be anti-American. Europe. Fuck Europe. This late in the game, huh? And we're going to do the pride and what's the word? Pride, avarice? Is that the one? What's the 7 deadlies? Avarice? Just pride. We'll just go with pride. You're late this in the game, and you could have love, but you're just going to have to marry Herman, who's like a 62-year-old. Probably don't want to get married. You can date Herman. Herman got the money. Herman looking good. Herman hitting the gym. Herman's a good-looking dude for 62. Oh, but he's 62. And he's an electrician. Ew. And I wish I was making fun of 20-something girls. I'm making fun of all of you. You wouldn't fucking touch a goddamn plumber back in the day. You still won't. 9th inning, you're down 23-0. And at least you could play a good 9th inning so you could get your professional stats up, right? As a professional athlete, maybe get another RBI, maybe get another home run. There's still a reason to play a losing game. Like you could salvage it. Oh no, it's the isms and the phobes. It's you dirty, dirty, nasty men wanting only one thing. Oh, it's great, man. It's great seeing this happen. There is balance in the universe. There's always balance. And I just wanted to share your scientific, it's probably not scientific. I just wanted to share your research and your the numbers you found here. I'll get to telling those men they're naughty, dirty, disgusting men for liking attractive. We just haven't admonished men, and I'll get them to like your pruny boobed ass. What 28-year-old Olympic athlete Adonis would you like, Gertrude? I'll go shame him into sleep because right now he just didn't know. He was brainwashed. He was socially constructed to find women with the tight ass and big tits the most attractive. Yeah, that's the discrimination. Link below for all you are going to die alone, and that's going to be half of you. I don't mean like, well, everyone dies alone because rarely do you die on the exact same day as your loved one or your spouse. I mean, for those of you who are going to live a life alone and then die, why weren't men opening the doors for me? I burned my bra like a mean feminist boomer woman and divorced 3 husbands and left a bunch of stepkids and half siblings behind. Why isn't anyone visiting? It's discrimination. I poofed my bangs and stood up everybody, and I too, I wasn't as bad as the boomer women. I only divorced 2 of my husbands, and then I girl bossed to the moon, and I outsourced my. Why isn't anyone going out with me? It's the ageism is what it is. Have you thought about not being a bitch? Just me. I have theories. Yes, sir. You in the back. How about if they, even though they're older, couldn't they work out and wear a dress, long hair, and be an attractive older? Yes, that could happen. Well, what about being nice? Whoa, sir. Why do you hate women so much? Well, I was wondering, why can't they be nice? My grandma was nice to me. She was very feminine. She dressed up for my grandpa. Why can't they be like, what do you think this is? The 1950s? You're gonna be old and fucking miserable and lonely, and no one is gonna visit you in your nursing home. No one. And yeah, men are gonna face the same problem too, but at least we won't have the insanity of not knowing why. I don't get it. Oh yeah, we figured it out. Yeah, there's these guys on the internet. They're like the 12 apostles of the red pill community. They laid down the law and they used foul language and just black and white and laid it out. And we didn't like it at first, but we realized it is what it is. And then we moved on in life. And that's why I got a bunch of experience fishing and racing cars. Link below is a book for all you who are going to be lonely. It's called The Menu, Life Without the Opposite Sex. Right? Because how dare a man like you for being physically attractive, ladies, right? That's a sin. That's bad. They should love you for your extensive knowledge of feminist Marxist theories. Tell us again how you're a dog rescue mom. Oh, that's fascinating. You're so different than all the other dog rescue moms. Tell me more. The Menu, Life Without the Opposite Sex. It's available on Amazon. There is a shareable menu, appetizers, that men and women can both enjoy. Then there's the men's menu, and there's the women's menu. The two are different. The reason they are different is because men and women are different. How am I still alive? Shouldn't the feminist assassins have gotten to me by now? Shouldn't you have sent a mafia hitman by now? Look at all these truth bombs. Men want to have sex with pretty young women, and there's nothing wrong with that. What else did I say? You could get in shape and attract older men. That's blasphemy. I got to get killed for that. And then what else? I said men and women are different. How am I alive? When does Gertrude and when does ARP send their man to end it? Sorry, Cappy. Oh, I'm sorry. If it's from ARP, it'll be like, hang on there. Stop. Hold still while I try to get you, Dake Nabbit. You young whippersnapper, how dare you not get married and divorced and ruin children's lives? You should have done that. We can't have you being financially stable and enjoying your life. Speaking truths on the internet, we're going to end you. Anyway, since a lot of you will be alone, whether you like it or not, the Menu, Life Without the Opposite Sex, there's a bunch of things for you men to do, a bunch of things for you women to do. It doesn't mean that you won't find love or marriage. The two are not the same. But you will all be lonely. You will be lonely. And in the meantime, why don't you pursue these things? So it's not for people who can't get married or can't find someone. It's for those people and people who are on their way to finding someone. And in the meantime, what should you do? And if you're a guy, all right, yeah, if you're practical, you don't need to read the women's menu. But if you're curious as to what's on the women's menu, go ahead and read it. You'll be like, oh, Cappy, you're so bad. I'm like, yeah, I am. We have super chat. I got 11 super chats. Wisda Vision Productions. What's up, Wisda? $2. Look at them biceps. Power walking. God, no, it's called the gym. It's called the gym. And I take these not ashwagandha. I take like a natural testosterone supplement and creatine. And that seems to be good. I did do the TRT stuff. Hated it. Freaking hated it. So this is all natural. Yes, I don't look like Drew Bay, but I look good for 50. Look damn good for 50. Wisda again for $2. Men everywhere rolling their eyes at this one. I know they don't realize it's over for them. Not only because they lack the intrinsic value of being hot, attractive women, so men will at least fake interest in them and heed like they're paying attention. No one cares anymore because they have lost their intrinsic value, sexual value. But then also the left and their mainstream media and, oh my God, everything has to just be bow down and worship. It has like this political correctness is over because it ruined so many people's lives. It ruined 2 full generations of people's lives. Being politically correct and polite. No. The era of unnecessary politeness is over. I'm not saying the era of stick beating you in the head and negative reinforcement has come. But I'm thinking younger people are starting to realize, oh, we can't have smoke blown up our dirt chute and told pretty lies our entire lives. No, you cannot. I guess that's what it is. Like, you got Oprah now, who's probably pushing 80. You got the old baby boomer women who just insist that they knew everything and they're miserable. You got my generation now with the polling, like, we're invisible and it's ageism. And you got us. You got us. You got it. I should have said I am the media now. I shouldn't have put 50 years. We got normal everyday people speaking truth, dropping truth bombs. And everyone, all the young people, the audience is like, well, wait, you've been saying this for 50 years, ladies, and none of it came to be true. These guys over here, foul-mouthed as they might be, their theories corroborate what I see in the real world. It seems to be consistent. And if I'm going to decide to follow someone's advice, I got a choice between this pissed off 50-year-old but exceptionally handsome and good looking for his shape man, or Oprah, who is 70, Lord knows whatever, and is now on Ozempic. Now, which one am I? And though she has billions, does not seem happy. This guy gets to hike. And then he plays video games at night. He's got, or I could be, it's so sad. Now, I don't believe Oprah was consciously evil. I think she was an exceptional speaker. She's no dummy. There's no doubt about it. A brilliant businesswoman. And it's just like, oh, you fell for it too, didn't you? And it's like, what caused more damage to women, Sex and the City or Oprah or the Democrat Party? Really? I don't know. Sadly, it's not our problem. I just want to point it out for the younger people. Look, I guess what I'm trying to point out with this is for you younger people to realize how people my age, like the adults, the leaders, the corpos, Andrew George, who's also my age, not Andrew George of Rachel and not Andrew George, Andrew Wilson of Electronic Arts, not Andrew Wilson of whatever podcast fame and his own fame. They don't know how to run companies. They don't know how to run companies. You seen all the grift and bullshit and fraud that Elon's discovering? I look at my generation who are having kids now, or their kids are getting a little bit old. They're making the same mistakes. They're all getting divorced. Do not listen to your elders. I mean, come on, look at the state of the United. Why would you listen to American parents and American elders? And I'm just pointing out to you young people, because I don't know, maybe falling in love with the opposite sex might be important to you. Look at how delusional my generation and older of women are. That's why I would have liked to know the age of the gal who wrote this. They are so dumb, they actually think that you should be attracted to older women at all ages. And it's a sin that women aren't getting the same treatment at 63 as when they did when they were 23. It's your fault. You're a bad person. I still think if boomers just stopping in the aisles or in the main entryway to buildings, that would do a lot to repair age relations, generational relations. But I know you're too busy. Come on, baby, lighting my fire. And I need more social security. And you young people. Unkono, $2. Cappy, would you consider Dragon Ball Z Kai? It cuts the filter. Is that where they? Yeah, I would consider that because let's admit the fights were drawn, especially for the age. The fights were revolutionary. Preceding that a little bit would have been Akira. I think Akira was foundational. All hand drawn. It's just, and it woke America's like, whoa, look at this stuff coming out. I think that kind of paved the way a little bit. So Dragon Ball Z Kai, yes, I would consider that. But even then, how many hours? I mean, Dragon Ball Z was not a short series. So even if we reduced it to the fights, how many hours am I looking at? Someone texted or made a comment about Gintama saying, yeah, Gintama, you're right. Seasons 3 and 4 is bad. You got to get to episode 200. So I was just going to donate the DVD set to a library or something. But I'm going to go and start at episode 200 because it went to crap. It went to absolute crap. So hopefully it comes back. Low T ain't me. $2. Cappy bicep looks good. Shame. My brother's out there. There we go. There we go. Yeah, no, I was in way better shape last year because I was dieting pretty extreme and I had 4-pack. I look really good topless. I look okay now, but I got my 50th birthday and the girlfriend is making me Jack Daniel's chocolate cupcakes. By the way, my girlfriend is not exceptionally young. She's younger than me, but she's not exceptionally young. And she has long legs and stays in shape and puts on lingerie and cooks me food. Now, I don't know ladies who are invisible. Oh, but then she puts her hair, long hair. Here, this is crazy what my girlfriend did. This is revolutionary to women, all American women, except for this few women who are World War II generation. She looks like a girl. I don't know if that's a new strategy you might want to try, but she looks like a girl, like a woman, with long hair and dress. I don't know. Did you guys hear about these things called dresses? It's amazing, and it's different. She asked me, "What would you like?" It takes a while to process what I'm being asked, but yeah, she's going to make me my cupcakes for my birthday. It's something you guys might want to consider. Pringles can with veins, $2. Boy, I want a 40-year-old single mom that had her fun. I know. Yeah. Well, thank you for bringing that up, Pringles. There's a perfect, bright as the sun bit of evidence. You girls think about this. You girls think we should just accept the fact you have another man's kid. Like single mom is somehow brave and amazing and empowering, and we're just shallow. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Like, just the idea, and if anything, Pringles, and everyone knows this, everyone I think is pretty solipsistic. I think everyone is unaware that other people exist, men and women. But that's the perfect example where instead of like, yeah, you're right, I screwed up. Unless, you're a widow. It's all, you don't, bah, bah, bah. How dare you, Pringles, you object. Object, why aren't you manning up and committing to me? How dare you, object, point out I am a single mom. How dare you have standards, object? And you know what men are doing? What I love, and it's really happening, and you can kind of see it. Guys in the red pill or mess or whatever you want to call it, they're not even arguing anymore. Now wasting their time. They're like, no, I'm done with this shit. They're just doing the thing. They're going to go walk in the desert. They're going to go walk with Saint Kevin Samuels. They're just going to wander and walk with the spirit of Saint Kevin. And they're that wise. You boys are getting that wise to not even bother arguing. And off we go. And I don't know where that's going to lead, but it's going to lead to a hell of a lot better spot than we got now. At least peace and contentment. Wisda, $2. Nothing turns me on like tatted up girls with bipolar disorder. I know. Don't even get me started. You're right. You're right. To the chickens, $2. Sold some chickens to make up for the car, made $50. There you go. Do you actually have chickens? I don't know if you're, because like to the chickens, he's a new guy. Maybe he does run a chicken coop. Nelson Rivera, 10 generous though. 70% of middle-aged women feel invisible. Say it with me now. Sounds like a them problem. It is a them problem. Actions, consequences, cause, effect. I guarantee you, if you are a 48-year-old woman, you can go and spend a year of hard time at the gym and diet and exercise, get some fake tits, put on a dress, grow your hair out long, diet if you have to. You will get the men. May not be the men you could have gotten when you were 25, but you pushed them all away and pissed on them while they tripped out the door. So maybe you can get a good car. They ain't the brand new Ferrari you could afford, but you get a good car. And what's sad is, though I'm 100% true and factual and right on this, you could have like what do they call them? The silver years or the golden years, like my generation, even the boomers. If that happened, we could have like a good last quarter or halftime, depending how old you are. Could be a good second half of the game. Ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. Pringles can with veins, $5, 39, 6'6" black dude watching the light, leaving a 44-year-old black girl's boss's eyes when they see the 24-year-old pale country girl I'm on today. Pringles, where are you that you're dating all the white girls, but then the black girls, are you Atlanta or something? Where, I mean, I'm not saying, yes, you're going to find white girls and black girls, but you keep seeing, this happens to be a frequent occurrence. Are you, DC? Miami? Although you would have ran into some Latinas by now, I'd imagine. Am I black? No. Am I a black woman? No. It would just seem to me, though, as an outside observer, that a crazy radical strategy black women may want to try to attract black men is being nice. Now, I know this is a radical new idea. Look it up. There probably are some YouTube tutorials on that, but have you tried treating your men nice? This is just me. It's just me. I'm not Greg Adams. I'm not Kevin Samuels. I'm not Fresh and Fit. Of course, they could speak more competently to it, but I'm gonna bet, without polling them, I'm gonna bet say, hey, would you like a girl that treats you like shit, or a girl that treats you nice? And I'm gonna bet all of them are going to say they're going to prefer the nice girl. I could be wrong. Again, don't want to speak for the black community. Exalted example, $2. Zero World Problem audiobook when? It is currently being recorded. I have my guy working on it. We're on chapter 3 of 9 chapters. And just so you know, it takes Audible a while. So it's like, it's going to be at least a week and a half for my narrator to get to it. Then you upload the files. And it takes Audible, takes a while. It takes a while. It could be 2 weeks. So maybe a month. Maybe a month. But I'm working on it. It's coming out. That's why I've kind of held off on advertising the book. There's no real reason to do the big main advertising until you got all your formats out there, because 1/3 of your sales will come from Audible book, roughly speaking. Elon Musk's filthy jockstrap, $2. Sub to Aquarius and Beckloff. Do your part says yes. If you guys could subscribe to the Beckloff and Aquarius Wave, but Wave is spelled WAIVE. If you Beckloff is more of a Christian type of guy, and Aquarius Wave is a black dude who's just sick and tired of being poor. I'm not saying he's conservative Republican black guy. He's just sick and tired of being poor Democrat black guy, and he lays down some truth bombs. Wacky Leans, $2, $100 million at least into women and nothing in return. $100 million into women? I mean, 100 million, like in video games, or what do you mean 100 million? Wisdom, $5 again. Running into a lot of married men getting wrecked and divorced. They all warn me to do the same thing. Do not get married. Ain't going to tell me twice. Look at how common. Look at that. I know you guys think, oh, we're losing or we're not happy or look what society took from us. It's getting to be common knowledge, or at least an acceptable position. You don't get married. Beforehand, society would beat the crap out of you if you didn't get married. You were a lot of social pressure. Oh, you're living in sin. And now it's just like, I knew we had made progress when eons ago. Apparently, like, were you ever going to get married? I'm like, no. And I didn't catch flack from my folks. And they're like, and I think they knew, they understood. I'm like, I understand. I'm like, yeah. And now it's a perfectly acceptable position. Like, no, we're not getting married. Are you stupid? And everyone, oh. No one even affects effect. They're just like, yeah. Like, well, no, we're not doing this. Long hair, take old biddies, and ask to get back up into this. Be nice, and we'll think about committing to you with separate houses. You got your house over there, and I got my house over here. We'll agree not to maybe date other people. We could cuddle, and you could spend the night, but then you're going the fuck home on Saturday morning. Because I got my Saturday morning cartoons to watch. Wisdom, $5. Even my recent Uber driver spent the whole ride telling me about how marriage ruined his life. As you can guess, he warned me never. Here's why I get a kick out of the proponents of marriage. I'm like, okay, where's the success stories? Where's the, oh my God, like, let's say you went to Great America when you're like, oh, we come back. Oh, this roller coaster was the greatest. The Shockwave. I remember it. Shockwave. You got to go on Shockwave. Or a movie, Die Hard. Oh my God, Die Hard. You got to see it. It's the greatest thing ever. There's no excitement or enthusiasm or salesmanship for marriage. No, guys, like, oh my God, it's the greatest thing ever. It's like chocolate with whipped cream. No. All you hear is bad. And I'm just saying, set your fucking dick aside and listen. Are you Hayes? New guy here, $2. Is Cappy still in Minnesota, my neighboring state? Nope, down in Vegas. We're in the Southern Command. So if you see these black and white pictures and kind of the lack of color, I'm in the Southern Command. And then my Northern Command, it's more, you see the soundproofing panels and the Snoopy and Cowboy Bebop poster behind me. That's the Southern Command. Hey, Dark Man Jeff, how you doing, buddy? Where have you been? $2. I'm in my late 30s and dating gets more stressful. Or you just, hey, we meet for coffee. That's kind of under your control, man. Like getting stood up and all that, right. But it's your reaction to it and how much you're going to play defense. Like, yeah, we'll just go for coffee. You have your laptop with you, knowing there's like 60, 65% chance he's going to bail or not show up at that moment. And then just don't let it bother you, man. You got shit to do. Don't get upset like my generation did. When girls didn't do what they said they were going to do, you don't just accept they're going to flake out half the time. Some bullshit's going to happen. Don't get worked up about it. Know the bullshit will happen and be cool with it. Like, that's all right. That's cool. I was going to come to this jazz club anyway. Pringles can with veins, $2. Deep in the heart of Texas, Latinas and Asians. All right, deep in the heart of Latinas and Asians too. I'm going to say deep in the heart. So that's not Dallas. Austin's pretty central. I'm going to guess you're Southern, either Houston or San Antonio. One of those two. Adam, $2. Was marriage always this bad? I'm young. I don't think so. I'm sure it wasn't as good as they portrayed it in the 50s, right? But I don't think it was this bad. I think there were a lot of women who were not happy with marriage back in the day. That's why there was a huge jump once it became possible. You saw how many women were not happy with their marriages. So it was not as good as portrayed. But nowadays, I don't know. Maybe it's always been this bad. But I think it's even worse because it's just the women are not raised to be marriage material, and neither are you guys. It's just not it. Like I said, Americans are too immature to handle marriage. You just all shouldn't be getting married. Have a contract to have kids, whatever. I don't know, but don't be doing this marriage stuff. None of you can handle it. Eddie, $5. My sister has 3 kids and a husband before 25. She cheated on him 6 months in with a baby. Daddy got knocked up with the third. Do not get married. Wacky Leans, $2. Women have all kinds of help and no birth rate. You know whose problem that is, Wacky Leans? That's their problem. Really, once you start saying, is that my problem? Oh, it ain't my problem. Oh, well, that's too bad for them. Oh, look, a nice little coffee shop to get a coffee. Look, a quiet bar where they got good good prices on Rumplemans. I'm gonna get a nice shot of Rumplemans on a cold wintry night. And I'm just gonna sit there and talk to the old vets at the VFW and just sip it and nurse it and enjoy it. I'm gonna enjoy it. Big discussion. 5 by Cappy. A World Without Men is my new Bible. I'm glad you like it. It was the World Without Men. Yeah, that's the analysis of an all-female economy. Oh, hey, Professor Anwar, how are you? I didn't realize you got your hat and big discussion. That's right. I forgot you got 2 channels, big discussions, and then you got your sports channel too. How did Michigan do this year? Anyway, everyone subscribe to Big Discussions with Professor Anwar over here. And like I said, don't carry that on a date. Don't carry it on a date. All right. That's it. Questions, answers. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.